All right, everyone. Well, here's a fun fact for you. This is super interesting. Did you know that Colorado is the 7th driest state in the country? So conserving water is absolutely vital, especially in these summer months. Well, today, Jayla Poppleton, she is Executive Director of Water Education Colorado, joins me, and she's got 22 ways we can all conserve water this season. How are you, Jayla? Good to see you.
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, I'm right there with you. I know this is important. Let's first begin by addressing Water 22. What is that?
So Water 22 is something I'm very excited about. It's a year-long initiative taking place throughout 2022 that's being spearheaded by Water Education Colorado, but working with just a grassroots partnership of organizations across the state of Colorado that use and interact with water in different ways, working to elevate the importance of water in our daily life and how it affects every aspect of our quality of life here in Colorado, and also sharing that there are risks to its sustainability. And so our message is that it all starts here. Our watersheds, our mountain watersheds, actually supply water to 18 downstream states.
Yes.
In addition to the water we use here at home, and also the nation of Mexico. And 40 million Americans rely on these resources. So it's really incumbent on all of us to see ourselves as stewards of this really critical resource and to take action to learn to live with less as we face drought and climate change induced conditions that are affecting our water supply.
And we all see it. We've been seeing it. I think this has been a topic of discussion with even my friends and I. We've talked about it. Now, here's the deal. What can we do as Coloradans to help conserve water? What actions do we need to be taking?
Yeah, absolutely. There are simple things that anyone can do at home. You can conserve water indoors and outdoors, and also protect water quality to keep it clean. So we have 22 ways to care for Colorado water in 2022, and we're asking people to share their commitment to this by taking the Water 22 pledge on the campaign website.
Okay.
But just some examples of things that you can do indoors are take a shorter shower. You can turn off the water while you're brushing your teeth. You can run your dishwasher or your clothes washer only when it's full. Fix leaks. You can also change out appliances to more water-saving versions. Yeah. And then outdoors, there's just huge opportunities. Most of our communities, we see water use more than 50% is going toward our outdoor landscapes. So we can do things like set our irrigation timers to make sure that we're watering during the cooler hours of the day, that we're not watering when it's windy or if it's recently rained or rain is in the forecast. And then you can also do some really neat things by collecting and using the rain that falls on your landscape by installing rain barrels. Coloradans are allowed to do that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hook it up to your gutters and save that water to use on your garden later. Avoid watering hardscapes. So if you're trying to clean off a sidewalk or a driveway, sweep it instead of spraying it.
Okay, well, all the ways that you've mentioned are daily things that we can do, and we can also limit some of those to try to help here. The campaign, who is it for, and how can we as a community get involved?
Yeah, so Water 22 is for all Coloradans. It's really for business, industry, consumers, nonprofits, educators, farmers, and ranchers. We're really all in this together, and we can all do our part to learn to live with less. We're also providing materials in Spanish for the Spanish-speaking members of our community. We want to make sure that everyone's included in being part of the state's water future.
Yes.
And then students, youth, are also a part of the campaign. This isn't just for adults. We have a student showcase. We're asking students to use their voice and to show us why water matters to them and what they're concerned about when it comes to the future of water in our state and ideas that they have for how we can act sustainably.
And that's so important. I have one more question that I'm going to throw in there. Where does our water here in Denver come from?
Yes, about 50% of our water, if you're a Denver water customer, comes from our native watershed, which is the South Platte River Basin.
Okay.
And then the other 50% is actually being imported from the other side of the mountains, the west of the Continental Divide, from the Fraser and Blue Rivers through big tunnels and projects that bring that water over.
Okay, well, I think this campaign is very important, and if we could all help just a little bit, I think that would make such a huge difference and help our water supply. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Claudia.
Of course. All right, visit water22.org to learn more about how you can conserve and protect Colorado's water for today and for future generations, and take the Water 22 pledge to share your commitment.